Welcome back to another video. Today I will be trying to repair this 1/4" drive snap-on ratchet. This was found by my stepdad in a car he recently bought, and it was frozen underneath where the hood, so you know where the windshield comes down and the hood kind of goes a little bit over the bottom of the windshield, and there's that little pocket there where leaves and sticks and twigs always build up? Well, that was filled full of ice, and this was hidden underneath that ice. A super lucky find, but I'll show you the problem here. You notice how this just kind of turns and doesn't do the whole ratchet thing like a ratchet is supposed to do? So something in here is very broken, or possibly just the spring or the pawl is stuck out of place. So the first thing I'm going to do is try to break it open. This will probably void whatever warranty existed on this. You know what? This is probably going to create a mess, so I'm going to forego the quality of the white balance and use a cutting mat here. How bad? Good enough, I think. It is looking pretty rusty in there, so I'm not going to be surprised if some replacement parts need to be ordered. And I also do not know how this thing is actually supposed to come apart, other than I imagine this plate needs to be pulled off. Not really sure how that is going to work yet, though. I do not have my full complement of tools with me today. And it's also possible that I might have to pull this off. I'm really not sure. After a short search, I found this really crappy old wood carving knife, and maybe it will let me. Well, there goes that. Very disappointing. That is just some really trashy pot metal, though. So for sure that's going to have to be reordered. I just don't see any way. There we go. Oh, that is really bad. Look at that. Wow. No wonder why it didn't work. Look at that mess. I'm not sure if anything can be done about this, other than, you know, ordering a complete rebuild kit, but this is so rusted and so worn, like there's hardly even any teeth left. That is just terrible. So there's a spring. This piece is not wanting to come out in any way. There we go. Just needs a lot of persuasion. A tiny little rusty ball from the ball detent. So this is really going to need some help, because that is, oh man. The body, or, you know, the frame / handle is still in pretty good condition. Like the outside of it is really good. These parts in here, though, are just absolutely trashed. So I will look up this model number, which is a T72 by the looks of it. and hopefully something can be found there. So I'm going to cut here. I will be back in several weeks after a rebuild kit comes in. If I can't get one, I will be back in probably an hour to tell you that nothing can be found. And so we'll see where this goes. I'm back from only about 5 minutes of internet searching, and I was able to find the repair parts for this Ratchet, both the internal small bits and pieces and the cover plate, for a total of $18.20 before shipping and tax. That's actually pretty good. I would expect it to have been a little bit more expensive knowing Snap-on. So I'm going to get those ordered up, and then I will return with the new parts to get this thing back together. So I've got this all cleaned up as good as I can really get it, and as good as it really needs to be. I don't care about getting every bit of rust out. It just isn't that important to me. So here I have the two parts kits from Snap-on that I showed earlier. Again, if you are interested, I did leave the part numbers for these in the description. And I'm actually quite pleased. This comes in a nice little tray. It even comes with some new lubricant that is, approved and supplied by Snap-on. Here's a close-up of the new cover plate. Then here's a close-up of all the parts that come in the kit. So down here, it looks like we have a spring and a non-spherical, like it's not a ball, but it's part of like a ball detent. We have the two screws for the cover plate, probably a forward seal. We have the direction changer, the piece that I broke last time, and then a fully assembled ratchet assembly. And that is actually going to be pretty nice. Open carefully with this side up. The sudden jolt may cause parts to fall. Carefully cut along the edges to open. These new screws do come with a thread locker on them, which is nice. That is a very soft durometer seal, and it's running away. This, I presume, will go in the faceplate right here. And then this is the full assembly. So I'm going to take, oh, that's a magnet. They shipped a magnet with it. Good thing I have my plastic pointer here. So let's read these instructions here, or these destructions. Carefully open with this side up. Grease the housing with approximately half of the grease in the tube. Install the reverse lever. Install the gear pawl spacer. Well, we can put the lever in first. I don't think that's going to hurt anything. There, you can see that there. So install the reverse lever, install the gear pawl spacer assembly. Okay, I needed to read further. And so you want the shift lever, then you want the whole gear assembly. Then remove the magnet while holding the plastic retainer. Remove the plastic retainer, drop the plunger spring into the bottom hole of the spacer. Install the seal, install the cover plate, holding the cover plate, rotate. All right, so it doesn't say anywhere in here to use the other half of the assembly lube. So why they give you a whole container of assembly lube, I don't know. It is what it is. It doesn't say how to put it in here, so I'm just going to kind of spread it around in a bunch of different spots the best that I can. Just like that. I'm going to carefully pick this up and drop this into place. All right, now I remove the magnet. Then I remove the plastic piece. Then I install drop the plunger into the bottom hole of the spacer. I'm going to assume it goes with the plunger side down and the spring side facing up because there are no detents on this. And then, before I get too crazy, I'm going to use a little bit of the grease on this cover plate. I want to get a little bit on this seal here. Just kind of rub that around. Then I'll grab my T8 Torx bit here. I will get that almost all the way in before trying to do the other one, because that spring in there is surprisingly strong, which is a good thing. The stronger that spring is for the direction detent, the stronger that detent is going to be. Maybe I should have done a better job at cleaning out those threads, because that feels a little crunchy. That, to me, looks like a nearly, if not completely, brand new snap-on ratchet right there. And it works in the other direction as well. well, that is a success. And I will say Snap-on made it very easy to get this part. I did have to sign up and give them, of course, all my payment and personal information, which is annoying, but you get a free magnet out of it. What do you think? Is that worth $35? Because it was like $35.52 after shipping and tax for these. And the Ratchet was free because, you know, it was just a lost and found item. That's a pretty sweet deal. It's not every day you find a Snap-on Ratchet sitting around anywhere. So taking a look at that pile of parts here, they're like, these are completely unfixable. There's nothing there to even work with. So that was a definite win. Well, I think that's all there is to say. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something. Maybe learn from my mistakes or learn from my successes. You decide. So until next time, see ya.